The air is cool and damp as morning light slowly rises over the still waters. A thin mist drifts across the canals, softening the edges of tall, narrow houses that lean gently toward their reflections. You can hear it before you see it, the quiet creak of wood, the distant call of a trader, the splash of an oar cutting through the surface. Imagine you are standing here in Amsterdam in the year 1650. The city is already awake. A boat glides past you, low in the water, heavy with barrels. The man steering it wears a thick wool coat. His face is lined, weathered by wind and salt. He does not look at you. His attention is fixed on the narrow path ahead, weaving between other vessels that crowd the canal. This is not a place of stillness. It is a place of movement. Around you, the city breathes. This is the height of the Dutch Golden Age, a time when this small republic has become one of the most powerful trading centers in the world. Wealth flows through these waterways like the water itself. Goods, ideas, people, everything converges here. Look up at the buildings. They rise steep and tall, their facades narrow but deep. Each one tells a story. Brick walls in shades of red and brown. Large windows, polished and clear, designed to capture every bit of daylight in a land where sunlight can be scarce. At the top, a hook extends outward. This is not decoration. It is necessity. Goods are lifted directly into the upper floors, away from the tight streets below. The city is designed for trade. Step closer to the edge of the canal. The water is not clean, but it is alive with purpose. Boats carry spices from the east, silk, porcelain, and tea from distant lands, timber from the north, grain from the Baltic. Each cargo has traveled across oceans, through storms, and now arrives here, to be sold, stored, and sent onward. Much of this trade is controlled by the powerful Dutch East India Company. Its ships connect Amsterdam to ports thousands of miles away. Its influence reaches across continents. The wealth it generates reshapes the city, brick by brick. But wealth is not evenly felt. Walk with me through a nearby street. The ground is uneven beneath your feet. Wooden carts rattle past, pulled by horses that snort in the cold air. The smell changes as you move away from the canal. Less salt, more smoke. Bread baking somewhere nearby. Fish being cleaned. Waste in the gutters. A woman stands in a doorway, shaking out a cloth. Her dress is simple, practical. She glances briefly at the passing traffic before returning to her task. Inside her home, the space is small but carefully arranged. Clean floors, polished metal utensils. Order matters here. Respectability matters. Daily life is structured and disciplined. Children move through the streets in small groups. Some carry baskets. Others run errands. Education is valued, especially among the middle class. Literacy rates are rising. Books are becoming more common. Knowledge is seen as a tool just like trade. Turn a corner. The street opens slightly, and you find yourself near a busy market square. Voices rise and overlap. Merchants call out prices. Buyers inspect goods with careful hands. You see fabrics in deep colors. Spices arranged in small piles. Fresh produce brought in from nearby farms. Coins change hands constantly. Trade here is not just international. It is local, immediate, human. Every transaction is a small story, a negotiation, a moment of trust or suspicion. Look at the faces. There is diversity here. Sailors from different lands. Traders speaking unfamiliar languages. The Dutch Republic is relatively tolerant for its time. People of various backgrounds find space here, drawn by opportunity. Among them are merchants connected to the Dutch West India Company, dealing in goods, and in darker trades that reach across the Atlantic. The prosperity of Amsterdam is tied to global systems. Some of those systems are harsh and unequal. They exist just beneath the surface of this thriving city. Now step back toward the water. The canals are not random. They are planned, carefully engineered in a series of rings, expanding outward as the city grows. This design is known as the Canal Ring Project. It is both practical and symbolic. Order imposed on nature, geometry shaping daily life. Stand at the edge again and watch. A larger ship approaches slowly, guided by smaller boats. Its hull is dark and worn. The sails are furled. Men move along the deck, shouting instructions. This vessel has traveled far. Weeks, perhaps months at sea. Carries goods that will soon be counted, taxed, sold. This is the rhythm of Amsterdam. Arrival and departure, profit and risk. Behind every successful voyage, there are stories of storms, disease, and loss. Not every ship returns. Not every investment pays off. Yet the system continues, driven by ambition and calculation. Now look beyond the water, toward the skyline. Church towers rise above the rooftops. One of them belongs to Westerkerk. Its bell will soon ring, marking the passage of time. Religion remains present, but it is quieter here than in many other parts of Europe. The Dutch Republic allows a degree of religious freedom, though not without limits. Inside homes, faith is often private. Public life, meanwhile, is shaped by commerce and governance. The city is governed by a group of wealthy regents. They are merchants, investors, men who understand trade. Their decisions influence everything, from taxation to infrastructure. Power here is not held by a king, but by a network of elites who balance cooperation and competition. Walk along a quieter canal. The noise fades slightly. You hear the gentle lap of water against stone. A man sits on a low stool, repairing a net. His movements are slow and practiced. Nearby, a small boat is tied to a post, rocking gently. This is another side of the city. Not every moment is busy. Not every life is tied directly to global trade. There are rhythms of maintenance, repair, waiting. Look at the houses again. Behind those large windows, life unfolds in private. Families gather around tables. Meals are shared. Accounts are kept carefully in ledgers. The Dutch are known for their attention to detail. Their sense of order extends into every aspect of life. Cleanliness is important. Reputation is important. There is a quiet pride in maintaining both. Now, as the sun rises higher, the light changes. The mist begins to lift. Colors sharpen. The water reflects the sky more clearly. Activity increases. More boats. More voices. The city becomes louder, more defined. Imagine standing on a small bridge. From here, you can see in multiple directions. Canals stretching outward. Boats moving steadily. People crossing from one side to the other. This network connects everything. Homes, markets, warehouses, workshops. It is the lifeblood of Amsterdam. And yet, beneath this efficiency, there is fragility. The wealth of the city depends on distant lands, on political stability, on safe passage across unpredictable seas, conflicts in Europe, piracy, competition from other powers. All of these threaten the balance. But in this moment, in 1650, the system holds. The city thrives. Take one more look around. Listen carefully. The sounds, the movement, the structure, it all forms a living system. A place where human ambition has reshaped water and land into something precise, something powerful. You are not just observing a city. You are witnessing a moment in history where trade, design, and daily life align to create something rare. Something that feels almost inevitable, yet is built on countless decisions, risks, and lives. The canal beside you reflects the sky, now clear and bright. A boat passes, its wake spreading outward, disturbing the surface for a brief moment before it settles again. And in that ripple, you can sense the deeper truth of this place. Nothing here is truly still. Everything moves, everything changes. And yet, for now, Amsterdam stands at the center of a world it helped to shape. Waiting, expanding, enduring. The afternoon light settles gently across the canals, no longer soft like morning, but clearer, sharper. Shadows stretch along the brick facades, and the city reveals another layer of itself. Less hidden, more deliberate. Imagine you are still standing here, in Amsterdam, but now time has moved forward. The day is in full motion. The canals are busier than before. Boats no longer drift quietly. They move with urgency. A narrow vessel passes close, loaded with crates stamped with distant markings. Men call to one another in quick, practiced tones. There is no wasted movement. Every second carries value. You begin to notice the sound of counting. Not loud, but constant. Inside a nearby warehouse, a group of clerks sit at long wooden tables. Their heads are bent over ledgers. Ink stains their fingers. Numbers fill the pages in careful lines. This is where the city's true power is measured, not in gold alone, but in records, in balance sheets, in calculation. Amsterdam is not just a place of trade. It is a place of systems. Walk closer to the building. The door is open. You can see inside. Bales of cloth stacked high. Barrels arranged in neat rows. Each item accounted for. Each movement tracked. A man reads aloud from a document while another writes. Their voices are calm, controlled. This is the language of commerce. It requires trust, and trust requires structure. That structure is supported by institutions like the Bank of Amsterdam. Merchants deposit their coins here, avoiding the risks of carrying physical wealth. Transactions become more abstract, more secure. A new kind of economy begins to take shape, one based not only on goods but on confidence. Step back outside. The street feels narrower now, more crowded. The afternoon has drawn more people into the open. You pass a group of sailors laughing loudly, their accents thick and unfamiliar. Their journey is over, for now. Their pay has been received. For them, the city offers brief freedom. But not all movement is loud. Look to your left. A man walks quietly, dressed in dark, fine clothing. His pace is steady, his expression unreadable. He is not carrying goods. He is not calling out. Yet his presence carries weight. He is likely one of the regents, part of the governing elite. His wealth is not visible in excess, but in restraint. Power here is subtle. It does not need to announce itself. Continue walking. You arrive at a canal lined with particularly elegant houses. Their facades are symmetrical, their windows large and evenly spaced. These are the homes of the wealthy merchants, men whose fortunes are tied to global trade networks. Inside, the rooms are filled with objects from across the world. Porcelain from Asia, carpets from the East, paintings that capture moments of stillness. One such painter, Rembrandt van Rijn, lives and works in this city. His art reflects the people you see around you, not idealized but real, faces marked by time, by thought, by experience. Art here is not separate from life. It observes it. Now pause at the edge of the canal. The water reflects the houses with near-perfect clarity. For a moment, the image feels stable, balanced. But then a boat passes, and the reflection breaks apart, rippling into fragments. This is how the city exists, balanced but always in motion. Turn away from the canal and walk toward a quieter street. The noise fades again. You hear softer sounds now. A broom brushing against stone. A door closing gently. Inside one home, a woman prepares a meal. The smell of cooked vegetables and bread drifts into the street. Her movements are precise, efficient. Daily life continues beneath the larger systems. Meals must be prepared. Clothes must be cleaned. Children must be taught. In one room, a young boy traces letters on a slate. His mother watches closely. Education is not only for the elite. It is becoming part of ordinary life. The ability to read, to write, to calculate, these are tools that connect individuals to the wider world of trade and information. Now listen carefully. A distant bell begins to ring. It echoes across the water, across the streets, marking the passage of time. The sound comes from Westerkerk, rising above the city. Its presence is constant, even as daily life shifts around it. Time is structured here, measured, divided. It allows coordination. It allows precision. As the afternoon moves toward evening, the light begins to soften again. Shadows grow longer. The pace of the city changes. Some boats return, their loads lighter now. Others prepare to depart, stocked with goods that will travel far beyond these canals. The cycle continues without pause. But there are places where the rhythm slows. Walk toward the edge of the city. Here, the buildings are less dense. The canals widen slightly. You can see open land beyond. Windmills turn slowly in the distance, their blades cutting through the air with steady repetition. They are part of the same system, managing water, supporting industry, shaping the landscape itself. The Dutch do not simply live with water. They control it. This control is essential. Without it, the city would not exist in its current form. Engineering, planning, maintenance. These are constant efforts, often unseen, but always necessary. Now, return toward the center as evening approaches. The sky begins to change color. Soft tones of orange and gray reflect in the canals. Lamps are lit inside homes. Their glow appears in the windows, warm and steady. The streets grow quieter. Not silent, but calmer. A group of men gather outside a building, speaking in low voices. Their conversation turns to politics, to trade agreements, to tensions with other European powers. The Dutch Republic exists in a complex world. Alliances shift. Conflicts arise. The success of Amsterdam depends on navigating these uncertainties. War is never far away, even in a city built on trade. Yet here, in this moment, there is no immediate danger. Only awareness. Only preparation. Now, imagine standing once more on a bridge. The same place as before. But everything feels different. The day has passed through its full cycle. You have seen the city in motion. Its work, its structure, its quiet moments. You have seen how global systems connect to individual lives. How distant oceans influence the rhythm of a single street. Look down at the water. It moves slowly, almost imperceptibly. Above it, the city stands firm. But nothing here is permanent. The wealth of Amsterdam will shift over time. Other cities will rise. Trade routes will change. Power will move elsewhere. The systems you see, so precise, so stable, are part of a larger flow of history. And yet, something remains. The design of the canals. The shape of the houses. The idea that a city can be built not just for survival, but for function, for order, for connection. This idea endures. As night begins to fall, the last light fades from the sky. The canals darken, reflecting only the glow of lamps and the occasional movement of water. A boat passes quietly. Its wake spreads outward, barely visible in the dim light. You stand still, watching. The city does not stop. Even in darkness, it continues. Trade, thought, life, all moving forward one moment into the next. And as you step away, leaving this place behind, you carry with you the sense of something carefully constructed. A balance between water and land, between ambition and discipline, between the individual and the system. Amsterdam in 1650 is not just a city at its peak. It is a reflection of a world learning how to connect itself. And like the canals that define it, that connection flows onward, beyond this moment, beyond this place, into the future.